Hi guys, welcome back to another Yonder mountain adventure. I'm going to bring you over to Galloway Forest Park today. The weather's pretty good and I've got a couple of good things in mind for today. The first one is I want to get a pretty good idea about what I'm going to do design wise. I'm going to be converting the BATTLESTAR GALACTICA into a stealthy road cruising camper. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I really just want to go and chill out by a lock somewhere. I've got the mattress in the back, get myself nice and comfy. The problems still persist with my back, so I've got loads of meds with us. Chill out, get a big roaring fire on somewhere in front of a lock, cook up something awesome, and generally have a fantastic time. So, before the weather starts to change, let's go and find my spot. Fantastic. I'll tell you what guys, the roads around here over in Dumfries and Galloway are absolutely fantastic, arguably as good as the Highlands. This is definitely Scotland's hidden gem, and the place is pitted with locks all over the place and fantastic hiking trails. You've got the Southern Upland Way for people who want to do multi-day through hikes, and it's just fantastic. And if you take your eyes off the road and beautiful lowland scenery for just a moment, you'll see that the sky is filled with red kites, birds of prey. There's actually a red kite feeding station here as well. There's an old lassie who runs the place, and it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's only £5. You go in and she chucks roadkill and meat on the ground, and thousands of these red kites come down and pick up the food. And these birds of prey don't take the food elsewhere to eat it. They eat it on the wing. Absolutely fantastic. There's loads of history over these parts as well. So I'm just going to enjoy these fantastic roads and the scenery here, and get myself a pitch. I'm thinking Loch Ken. Maybe we'll find out. And I think first things first, get parked up and get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea on the go. Fantastic. If anybody's wanting to come over to the area and do some exploring, do some camping, do some car camping, do some fishing, there's 1,000,001 different places where you can just kind of pull in. And of course, because it's Scotland, it's basically accepted. I think there's some laws against being in a vehicle, but it's very much accepted. And I've been doing this for years and I've never had one bit of bother. Well, I'm driving along the shoreline of Loch Ken here, and it looks like there's a fishing competition. There's signs up all over saying that all the bank sides are reserved for the competition, and it's on all night as well. So I'm going to have to change my plan. There's a red kite just dipped into the loch here. I'll see if I can turn around, and looks like it's fishing. Unbelievable, what a place. So luckily I know the place really, really well. So what I'm going to do is head further into Galloway Forest Park, and we'll see if we can find ourselves another spot. Maybe next to a loch, maybe somewhere in the forest, I'll see. But let's go and have a look further down there. What a place. Right, off we go. Red Deer Range. There's a few deer there knocking around. Absolutely class. Great place for families, you know. You can go up, it's completely free. Feed the deer. There's a little bit of a, like kind of hut there, so you can be protected against the elements if it's lashing down. But yeah, really, really nice. And actually where I'm going is just a little bit further down here. There is a bit of a park-up place where there's loads of wild goats around here as well. Yeah, fantastic place. Right, it's only about 5 minutes down the road. Get myself, well, hopefully get the spot that I'm after, or I've got my mind on, and start to get myself comfortable. Well, we've made it. We found a spot. Absolutely fantastic. What a beautiful place as well. I'm just looking out over the mountains here, and there's some ominous clouds coming over, that's for sure. I think we're in for a little bit of a weather front. But you know what I'm going to say. If you're not happy with the weather in Scotland, wait 10 minutes. It'll pass over, whatever it is. It looks like it's going that way anyway. Beautiful spot. I've got myself tucked away here off the road. There's loads of places in Dumfries, Galloway Forest Park, all around this area. And car camping is tolerated and it's absolutely fine. Before the rain kicks off, what I wanted to do was just kind of share some of my ideas about what I'm going to do with the BATTLESTAR GALACTICA. As you can see, I've already got the bed in. This is a full mattress, actually. I'll show you a little bit more inside here in a minute. And I just want to get a really good idea about the dimensions. I've got a bit of an idea in my mind as to what I want to do with the conversion. And that involves a bit of joinery and some clever storage ideas as well. So I've already got a pretty good idea in my head. So I'll share with you what I'm thinking. And if you guys have got any thoughts, comments, anything like, ideas, or things that maybe you've done with your car conversions, do let us know in the comments below. And of course, if you like what you're seeing here, because there's going to be a series of car camping things, my back's not really allowing us to do any kind of wild camping. So I'll make the most of what I've got, and I've got a fantastic new car, and I'm going to do this conversion. I probably won't start the conversion just yet until this is kind of sorted and a little bit better, but I want to get these ideas together. So before it starts pissing down, let's just show you inside here and tell you what I'm thinking. So you can see there's absolutely bags of room, and this isn't a blow-up mattress. This is a proper mattress, so it probably gives you an idea of the actual size of what we're working with here. Now what I will do, first things first, I'm not too bothered about it, but I am going to tint the windows. I've already tinted them on the ambulance with limo black, so I know how to do it. It's a bit of a faff on, but I'm from the B pillar back, which of course is that one. I'll tint them with limo black, so it's going to be nice and private. So when you look at the size of it there, I mean, that's the mattress in there. It's probably a 3/4 mattress, and you can see there's quite a bit of space down the side here, which I'm obviously scantily using at the minute. And I've got my boxes up there, so that's just the very temporary measure that I've got there right now. But what I plan on doing is, along the side here, is building a structure here, which is going to have kind of cupboards in and various other kind of clever storage ideas. The idea being with the storage, everything's going to be right at hand for us. So, and that's the thing, it's got to be economy of movement. You're working with limited space here, so you've got to be clever with what you're doing. So I'm going to knock up with probably some 3/4 ply, I'm guessing. I'll get the old workbench out and the jigsaw, get it all sanded down, probably stain it so it looks really, really nice as well. And I'm gonna really design that so that it's gonna hold things like, hopefully, like I'm gonna get a power supply unit like a Jackery or an all powers, something like that. So I'm gonna have off-grid capabilities with this thing. And it's gonna have space in there for all kinds of things, not only kind of electrical things and like, that type of thing, but also clever storage for things like dry food, and various other things as well. So everything's going to be right at hand. Now what I plan on doing as well, underneath the bottom there, I'm going to put a little bit of a kind of contraption there. There's going to be a bit of a platform that fits it's going to be fitted in. This is all going to be quite modular as well, and I'm going to be able to have pull-out sections here, which will be good for work surfaces. A lot of the time as well in the car, you've got redundant space here up on the top. So in actual fact, what I'm going to do is fit a gear hammock on the top, which will be absolutely spot on. Now at the minute, I've got my storage boxes there, which is keeping things relatively tidy. And you can see from my sleeping quarters there to here, what I will do is have a nice flat work surface here as well, which will double up and it'll open up. There'll be a bit of a kind of lid on it, so there'll be other storage underneath, so that'll all be fitted quite nicely into the rear seat, or where the rear seat is. I'm not actually going to remove the seats. I'm just going to kind of build around it. But you can see the possibilities that we've got. So hopefully that gives you a little bit better idea just as to what I've got planned. The storage down the side, the compartment underneath, clever storage, gear hammock, tinted windows. It's going to be absolutely spot on. Hey, that's not the end of the story. That's just the inside. I'm going to do some kitting up on the outside as well. One of the big things is when you're out, especially in these places, this is dark sky status, so when that sun dips down, it's kind of dark, and you're always restricted with two things, power and light. So as far as the power is concerned, like I mentioned there, I think I'm going to invest in a Jackery portable power unit or an all powers one. If any of you guys have got experience with these things, do let us know and tell us what you think. So that's the power situation. As far as light's concerned, what am I going to do? So on the top here, right the way across, I'm going to have the high power LED light bar. I'm going to have one on the front. That's obviously going to be all, you know, wired up, so it's going to be proper. And I'm going to see if I can also have it on auxiliary power as well, so even when the car's off, I can run these LED light bars. I'm also going to put one on the back as well. Well, I'm sat here talking to you now, and the weather's beautiful. It's about 14 degrees, but what happens if it starts absolutely pissing down? You don't really want to be confined to the car. So what I'm going to do is, along the side rail here, attached to the roof bar, I'm going to fit and make my own awning, which would come out across here, which could then be guyed out. I'm just going to use a tarp for that, and I'm going to have a box affair which would go along the length of the side of the car, attached to the roof rail, so that means it's removable. I can just use it as and when I need it, type of thing, and that can be easily stored inside. So we're going to have a canopy, we're going to have power, we're going to have LED beam light bars front and rear, and it's going to be stealthy. It's going to be a proper sleeper. Limo tinted windows, and then of course all the fantastic clever joinery inside to make this thing a stealth camper. I can't wait to get started on it. Well, hopefully that's given you an idea of what my plans are. This is kind of what I've got on my brain. I'm gonna do a sketch just so it's a little bit clearer. And I've seen on Pinterest, I've got a couple of things which I've seen which are very close to my idea as well. I'll pop it up on screen so you've got a bit of an idea. Well, I think it's time for a cuppa. It's not too far a journey to get over here, so it's been nice and easy. I've just stopped a couple of times just to chill out, took some meds. My back's feeling all right at the minute, and that's why I've brought the mattress. This needs to be mega comfy for me at the minute, but it's nice to have these creature comforts anyway, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the kettle on, get myself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and I'm going to sit myself down there in front of this beautiful river here and just soak up the sights and sounds. I've got the firebox with us. And I've got some logs, so I'll get a fire going a little bit later on. That'll provide a bit of warmth and so a few snacks. I think I've got a chili con carne for tea. We'll cook up some tea and then retire for the night. That's the game plan. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, this is the life. Cheers, guys. Oh, it's just cooling down now. Got some hot chocolates that were pinched from, taken from a hotel from me good mate Ems. Thank you, Ems. Much appreciated. They're lovely, them, absolutely lovely. The weather's been so changeable. I've only just been able to get out of the car now, to be honest with you. It's been absolutely lashing down. Simply because, I think it's basically just because the clouds have been so low. Stuck in a cloud, really. But it's eased off now. I've got the fire going for a bit of warmth. Nice and relaxed here on my back, comfortable. And just looking at the beautiful, pardon me, scenery. The moon's out. This is dark sky status here in Galloway Forest Park. So if the cloud keeps off and we've got a nice night, we should be able to get some pretty nice shots of the stars as well. So that will be absolutely lovely, that. Really nice. Hopefully I've been able to give you a bit of an idea. It was a bit of a brain dump, really, my ideas that I've got in my head for what I'm going to do with a conversion for this old stealth sleeper. Hopefully it made a bit of sense, but I'll definitely put some sketches together, and I'd put a poll on Instagram and on the YouTube community. Thanks to everybody who got involved with that. There was actually quite a big response, and it turns out like the overwhelming majority, I mean basically like 98% of people have said they're really quite keen on seeing, you know, the progress of it and seeing what's going on and how I'm doing it and all that type of thing. So I'm going to do a mini series. Like I say, I cannot really do any kind of wild camping at the minute, but I can keep the channel alive with some new interesting content and get into some beautiful places, because I can still sit in the car, heated seats, take me meds, get myself laid up on the in the mattress in the back, and then start to do this conversion. So that's that's the plan. Oh, talk about prescription nature. I know I keep harping on about it, but man, it's so important, like so important. It's absolutely unbelievable. It really is. Thankfully this time of year there's no midge neither, which this place is festooned with through the summer, but that'll be coming in about Aprilish. But nice and chilled out. I'm gonna soak up this for as long as I can, basically. Have a couple of cups of hot chocolate, a couple of coffees, and just soak it all up. I've got chili con carne for tea. I'm going to cook it up a little bit later on, and before long the light levels are going to dip to a point whereby it's going to be pitch black. So I've got the powerful head torch, so I'll be able to cook under the light of the torch and the light of the moon, I think. So cheers guys. That's lovely, that hot chocolate. Oh wow. Well, that's tea ready, cowboy style, straight out of the pan. For a little accident, it's just fallen off the burner. I've managed to rescue 95% of it for sure. Oh, lovely this. That's too hot. That's lovely. There's no better than eating straight out of a pan in front of a fire up in Scotland on a beautiful night like this. Absolutely tremendous. Thankfully the weather's kept off. And I've been able to sit out here in front of the fire pretty much all this time. It's been absolutely tremendous. Really, really good. I can hear the owl hooting. There was a deer down on the access road earlier on. It was a little bit too far away. I couldn't get it on, I couldn't get it on camera. And I'm really just enjoying sitting here comfortable in front of the fire and eating my tea. It doesn't get much better than this, guys. It doesn't get much better. If ever you were thinking about doing car camping, but you were a bit concerned about it, honestly, just get out, get the back seats down, crawl at the back of your car, get into somewhere lovely, basic gear, come out, prescription nature, job done. Tell you what, there's no doubt in my mind. Unbelievable. Really, really good. Right guys, I'm going to dust this off. Obviously you don't want to sit and watch me and hear us eating this. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to crawl into bed and probably listen to a podcast. I might watch the end of the program which I was watching, and just basically just chill out, comfortable, nice and comfortable and warm, put the hot water bottle on my back, and that's it, game over for tonight. So guys, this is a good night, and God bless from me, from Galloway Forest Park, and I will see you guys in the morning at porridge time. Fantastic. Good morning. and welcome to another day in Galloway Forest Park. What a sleep. I know I say it every time, but slept like a baby yet again. Obviously having a full mattress in here massively helps the situation, doesn't it? But cosy and warm. I've slept all night. I've just woke up there a little bit earlier on with a pitter-patter of rain on the roof, which is just a fantastic way of waking up. Absolutely unbelievable. It's definitely bright sun is up, and it looks like the rain's definitely stopped now. So I think I'll take the opportunity to get myself a cup of coffee on the go and just take a recce of the situation outside and make me plans for the rest of the day. Oh, dear me, right. Coffee time. Well guys, what a beautiful setting and what a start of the day. Cheers. Caramel latte, and that was the cheap one from Lidl's as well, or Aldi. Well, the mountains there in the background, there's the clags coming in. I think we're in for a little bit of a weather change again. I think it's going to be lashing down any minute now. What a comfortable night. More accolades there to the BATTLESTAR GALACTICA. So comfortable, absolutely unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm just gonna take my time a little bit this morning, and what I'm gonna do actually is hang around here for just a little while, explore the area, although I know it quite well. And in actual fact, I think what I'm gonna do is go home and start drawing up some plans for the conversion. Now that I've done the brain dump last night to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, it's kind of fresh in my head, and I want to try and make a start on getting something together. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my coffee, have a little bit of a mooch around, and then a slow meander home. So before I head off home, there's really only one thing to say, and you know exactly what that is. Get up off the settee. You know, forget about TV and the radio and the news and the doom and gloom and Facebook and all of this type of thing. Get out and enjoy some prescription nature, just like what I've done today. It really makes an absolute world of difference, believe me, every single time. Even if the weather's terrible, get up, get your backpack on, jump in the car, get the back seats down and get yourself out. Until next time, folks, have yourself a good week or a couple of weeks. And I look forward to catching up with you on the next Yonder mountain adventure. Bye for now. Fantastic.